And we welcome you to South Central Communications GigaFast pregame show, your local 1 gig internet dealer. Let's look up some of the player statistics for the team. Well, it is going to be the Piute Thunderbirds going against the Tintic Miners in game number 7 of the day here at the high school gymnasium in Richfield. Out of Region 21, the Tintic Miners come in as the number 3 seed, and it looks like number 14, Ashley Holden, a senior guard, is averaging the most points for the Miners with 9 points a game. She's had 10 three-pointers on the season. Lily Wall, a guard, a junior, is averaging 8 points a game, and she has 23 points on the regular season. Kaylin Livingston, a forward, junior, has an average of 5 points a game. Marie Brown, a guard, a junior, also 5 points a game. Chelsea Tromble, she is a senior and has 4 points a game average, while Sydney Garbett is a guard, a senior, and averages 3 points a game. That is the way the scoring has been going throughout the season for the Tintic Miners. Moving on to the Piute T-Birds, the Thunderbirds. Jordan Kennedy is their leading scorer with just under 10 point a game average. Vanessa Delgado is just under 9 points a game, and she has 10 three-pointers on the year. Allison Talbot averages just over 6 points a game, while Heidi Jensen has 5 points a game. 5 points a game for Emery Roberts, Anna Wild averaging 5 points a game, and almost 4 points a game for Mindy Morgan for the Piute T-Birds. And that's the way things shape up here on the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. Sign up for 1 gig internet today, get a gig, and get going. Looks like we are just going to keep it here as they get ready to start the show with the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's take a short break. We'll be back. Let them take care of some of their business. We'll take care of some of ours.
With the brand new Chief Tintic Trails ATV trail and beautiful scenery, come check out Eureka. Eureka supports our teams and wants them to know how proud we are of them. Never give up. Go Miners!
And they have the starting lineups out on the floor. They've already introduced the starters for the Tintic Miners. There will be Shalise Tromble, number 5, number 15, Haley Holden, number 20, Sydney Garbett, number 23, Kaylin Livingston, and number 14, Ashley Holden. Starters for the T-Birds include number 1, Ashlyn Talbot, number 2, Heidi Jensen, number 14, Jordan Kennedy, number 20, Vanessa Delgado, and number 30, Anna Wild. That's how the starters will start out here in this game number 6 of the State 1A Girls Championship. Been in the Richfield High School most of the day calling girls games for you. Now tomorrow they will mix up. Some of the boys will be playing here at Rich High. In fact, all of the teams that play in the consolation bracket, both boys and girls, will play here at the Richfield High School gymnasium, while all of the teams that moved into the championship bracket will play at the Sevier Valley Center. And of course, another 16 games on tap for you right here on mylocalradio.com and on live at KSL. No, it's live.ksl.com. Miners with the ball, trying to set up some offense as they drive in and kick it back out. Then wrap it around the horn. Here's a foot on the line, a shot up for Ashley Holden, no good. And on the rebound, they're going to call a jump ball. Ashlyn Talbot had her hands on it for the T-Birds. T-Birds will get the possession with the possession arrow on that jump ball. Quickly down the court, number 30 up ahead, Anna Wild puts it in for two. Beautiful, beautiful dish. Pass to get it up to her up ahead. She was all alone and just had to turn around and drop it in. Ball is stolen away by the T-Birds. Again, driving it right down into the middle. The pass to Jordan Kennedy this time. And she puts another 2 points on the board, and it's 4-0. 7:12 left in first quarter action. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
Garfield County welcomes millions of visitors each year, and Garfield Memorial Hospital is ready to serve our residents and visitors. The 2018 Best Rural Utah Medical Center and Women's Choice Award, Garfield Memorial, your hospital.
The Tintic Miners come into this game as the Region 21 number 3 seed, while the Piute T-Birds are out of Region 20. They come in as the number 2 seed. So you see the Piute T-Birds in their white uniforms, while the Miners are in the gray trimmed with blue uniforms. They control the ball, bring it across the timeline, and start to set up their offense, kicking it down in the corner. The ball goes to Holden, Ashley Holden. Whipping around the horn, driving in, number 20, Sydney Garbett. Misses, rebound comes down to the T-Birds. Trying a fast break, but the Miners able to get down there and slow it down. Drive into the middle, no good, and the rebound comes down to Haley Holden, number 15, Haley Holden. Ashley Holden is number 14 for the Miners. Tries to drive the middle, can't do it. Shut down, kicked it back out. This is a 2-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. 4-0 in favor of the T-Birds on the scoreboard with 6:14 left here in this first quarter. T-Birds drive the baseline, hits the bottom of the backboard, come down, and another tie-up. This time it will give the Miners the possession on the possession arrow. Miners with the ball. And Bees Hangout, proud sponsor of the Miners for best food in town. Bees Hangout in Eureka. Brandon Gout, the owner, stop by Bees Hangout next time you're up in the Tintic area. Root on the Miners. Missed that shot. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds, and they're now on their end of the court. Trying to set up some offense, but getting some in-your-face defense that drew a foul on number 20. That's Sydney Garbett. No, excuse me, number 20. No, I was right. Sydney Garbett for the Miners draws the foul. T-Birds get it out of bounds. Heidi Jensen with the ball. Passes it off to Kennedy. Almost goes out of bounds and saved by Talbot. Wide open, nice little pass. Drops it into, was that Delgado or Wild? I'm going to give it to Delgado. It was one or the other, but I marked it down for Delgado on that 2-point play. Nice little dish off that set it up. Rebound comes down after an errant shot by the Miners. And the T-Birds pick it up, bring it down court. And again, some in-your-face defense. Number 20 is Sydney Garbett for the Miners, and number 20 for the T-Birds is Vanessa Delgado. And they're the point guards. And they're really putting together some pretty tough defense on each other. Heidi Jensen with the ball, gets it off to Talbot on the wing, back up top to Delgado. Little turnaround from 8-footer, no good. Gets her own rebound. We're talking about Anna Wild. Finally puts it back for 2 points. Now it's 8-0 on the scoreboard with 4:14 left in the first quarter. They're giving it out of bounds to the T-Birds. T-Birds record to 12-7 on the
Get your
Renters are coming in with a 9-13 record coming into this state tournament. Taken away, got down to the basket, but she was covered. She kicks it back out. Delgado, they're going to call her for a travel. Turn it over. Like to thank our Piute sponsors, one of which includes Blood's Custom Meat. Travis Blood can take care of all your meat processing needs from custom cut beef to wild game. Give Travis a call. Blood's Custom Meat. Trying to take it inside and loses control of it. They're fighting for it and rolling around on the ground. It's called a jump ball. And the possession arrow goes to the T-Birds. Inbound from Wild goes to Talbot. Talbot playing point guard on that one. Rolls across the fingertips of the Tintic Miners, but they're going to say it went off of Kennedy. Jordan Kennedy last touched that. Now it went off the Miners. They're giving it back to the T-Birds. Shot no good on the inbounds play. Miners pushing a fast break. And drawing the foul is going to be number 23. That's Kaylin Livingston. Kaylin Livingston will be going to the line as shooting two. Going to give that to Heidi Jensen, the foul. That puts Livingston on the line. Misses the first. Second one, no good. Rebound down to Tintic, but going out of bounds, she throws it in to the T-Birds, who are now on the attack. Nice inlet pass to Anna Wild for 2 points for the T-Birds. You're watching 1A State basketball presented by Ruby's Inn. Check them out at ruby'sinn.com, ruby'sinn.com. Tintic drives with the layup, misses. Piute brings down the ball. Rebound, pushing ahead. Vanessa Delgado handling the ball. Marie Brown on the defense for the Miners. Get it inside. Little easy layup for number 14, Jordan Kennedy. Drops down 2 points. Now it's 12-0 on the scoreboard with 2.5 minutes left here in this first quarter of action. Missed the layup off the bottom of the backboard. T-Birds get the rebound, push it, then pull it back and set up their offense. Down to Wild. She gets it down in the center to Talbot. Talbot is going to be fouled by Lily Wall. They're going to give her 2 shots from the line. Allison Talbot. Eureka City wishes the Miners good luck, wishing the Miners success in the postseason. She take that first shot? Missed it. Here comes the second shot for Talbot. Nothing but net. Tintic Miners on the attack now. Number 14, Ashley Holden, Driving into the lane, trying to create something. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Brown. Brown sends it over to Holden. Back out to number 2, Emma Grimstead. Emma, by the way, is one of the state academic 1A athletes. She's on the list as well as her teammate Chelsea Tromble. Both of them from Tintic. They're on the Deseret News Academic All-State teams. T-Birds with the ball. Wild, 6-footer, went wild, off the backboard, no good. Put back, no good. Foul is called on the rebound. See who this is going on. Number 1, White, will be Ashlyn Talbot. Her first foul. Gives the ball to the Miners, Tintic. Ashley Holden across the timeline. That's up to Brown. Marie Brown trying to drive the center. Gets stopped. Gets plugged up by Roberts, just right in her way. She falls to the ground. They're giving it back to the Miners. 13-0 with 1:16 left in first quarter action. Kicks it back out. Brown for 3. Long off the backboard. Rebound comes down to Westwood. Cassidy Westwood in for the T-Birds. Talbot bringing it across the timeline. Guarded by Brown. Into the middle. This is Roberts passing it back out to the top, but not before she's called with a travel and a turnover. Ball goes back to the Miners, who are still scoreless. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. It's 13-0 in favor of the Piute T-Birds. Nice little inlet pass, not quite in control of the shot. It misses. The T-Birds bring down the rebound. Talbot takes it across the timeline, kicks it off to Westwood. Westwood trying to get it into the middle, can't do it. Kicks it back out. Now over on the left wing. Now back into the middle. Fighting for the ball, and they're going to call Roberts with a travel. Emery Roberts picks up the ball and travels with it. 21 seconds left in the quarter. 13-0 in favor of the T-Birds over the Miners. T-Birds in possession. Again, trying to get into the middle. Goes down into the middle is Brown. She puts up the shot. Misses, gets her own rebound, but when she comes down, she's out of bounds. Turnover goes to the T-Birds. Neil Dancy Dental, Family Dentistry in Payson, says go Miners. Rooting on these Lady Miners in their attempt at a state championship. And that's going to wrap it up. This is Utah High School Sports Broadcasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
Everybody's got a love story. It won't take long. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power outage on a Saturday night. We get lost in the night, baby, losing our minds. Some kind of love, some kind of feeling.
Restoring power when you need it the most. One more reason to love Garcane.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley and I've worked with my brother Kurt for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
Back to second quarter action here at the 1A State Tournament. We're at the Richfield High School, Richfield, Utah, where the Tintic Miners in the gray are taking on the Piute T-Birds in the white with the blue numbers. T-Birds take it to the basket, draw the foul. Jordan Kennedy, the shooter. 13-0, 1 quarter down. I am not the best at taking stats, but I only have one foul shot attempt for the Tintic Miners, and they missed that in the first quarter. Obviously, they missed all their shots, too. Jordan Kennedy gets her first foul shot. Give it a 14-0 lead for the T-Birds. Missed the shot. The rebound goes down to Roberts, and Roberts puts it back in for two. So instead of a 2-point play, it ended up with a 3-point play. Lily Wall at the top of the key holding the ball, trying to start something going. Haley Holden tries to get it down low, misses. Brown comes up with it, tries the shot, misses, and Emery Roberts brings it down. Getting it up ahead to Delgado. Delgado pulls back for a little 5-footer, misses. And it is Kaylin Livingston with the rebound. Trying to get it inside, and one of the T-Birds got their hand into the passing lane. So it is T-Birds' ball after a back-and-forth turnover, and then a travel. Turns it back over to the T-Birds. Number 24, Haley Atwood, took that extra step. State Bank of Southern Utah is proud to present state championship basketball. For all of your banking needs, visit sbsu.com. Good block by Roberts to take the ball away. T-Birds hand it off to Jensen, who's out at the top of the key, setting up the offense. Down low to Kennedy, off to the right wing. No good. Delgado with the attempt, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Kennedy. T-Birds turn it over. Tintic Miners are going to call a timeout. This is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing. Give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
Back to the action. 6:33 left on the clock in the first half. It is 16-0 in favor of the Piute T-Birds. This portion of this broadcast brought to you by Butch Cassidy's Hideout. For a good home-cooked meal, a clean, comfortable room, make Butch Cassidy's Hideout your home away from home. A sponsor of the Piute T-Birds, Butch Cassidy's Hideaway. Tintic inbounds it goes back to Ashley Holden. She brings it across the timeline. Gets it out on the right wing down to Brown. Brown drives the paint, puts it up and in. Marie Brown, first 2 points for the Tintic Miners with 6:16 left in the second quarter. And it's 16-2 on our scoreboard now. Maybe that will get them past a hurdle and they'll be able to find the bucket a little more often as the game progresses. Driving into the middle. Passing it down to Kennedy. She tries to get it up. No good. The rebound comes down to Ashley Holden. Brings it across the timeline. Jump shot from the foul line. No good. And it is Delgado with the rebound. She'll just keep the ball and drive all the way down to the other end. Tries the layup. Misses. Rebound comes down to Holden for the Miners. The Miners on the attack. The ball gets taken away, but they're going to call a foul. It's going to be number 10. Carrie Morgan has a foul now for the T-Birds, and that will give the ball back to the Miners. Tintic Miners will take it out on the far side of the court. Inbounds. They're trying to check some things. One of the referees comes over to the scorer's table just to make sure that things are right. Quality Inn of Richfield is a proud sponsor of 1A basketball. If you're coming to the state tournament, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home away from home here in Richfield. In fact, anytime you come to Richfield, it's a good place to stay. Knocked away, taken away, Sydney Number 20 on the other side is Delgado. Vanessa Delgado took it away, drove it to the other end of the court, and it was knocked out of bounds by the Miners. So Westwood inbounds to Delgado for the T-Birds. Knocked to backcourt by one of the Miners. Marie Brown knocks the ball to the backcourt. They're going to call it a blocking foul, but he showed number 11. Number 10, okay, that's what blew me off. Okay, Marie Brown ran the block on Delgado, so it is an inbound. Taken away, given back and taken away again. Here's Chelsea Tromble driving into the paint for the Miners. Dishes it off to Brown. Brown makes the shot, goes off the rim and out of bounds. Off of the fingers of one of the T-Birds. So the Miners have it inbound underneath their own basket. Comes into Tromble. Tromble drives into the paint, goes up for the layup, and is slapped on the wrist. Looks like by Heidi Jensen, but we better wait until that gets posted before I mark my stat sheet. Yes, it is. Heidi's second. Heidi's second is going to send Tromble, Chelsea Tromble, to the line for 2. She misses the first. You're watching a Garcane Energy presentation of 1A State Championship basketball. Garcane Energy is a touch-turn energy cooperative. Misses the second shot, gets the rebound for Tintic, trying to set up their offense, driving the lane, and the ball gets taken away. Coast to coast goes Vanessa Delgado for 2 points for the T-Birds. Again, the Miners on the attack, trying to set up some offense. And the ball, a wild pass, goes out of bounds, turns it back over. Heidi Jensen for the T-Birds will step out of bounds to inbound it. Looks like Delgado will be there to take it. Mindy Morgan just came into the game for the T-Birds. So it's Talbot, Morgan. Number 30 is Wild. She just came back in. 20 is Delgado, and number 1 is Talbot. Taken away, an errant pass. Back and forth it goes. Keeping track of turnovers in this game would be easier or harder than keeping track of the points. A lot more turnovers than there are points going on. Now it's the T-Birds down under their basket. They kick it back out for a 2-pointer. Heidi Jensen knocks it down. And it's 20-2 with 3:42 left here in this first half of action. Miners try to put it up. It is blocked, knocked down by Anna Wild. It goes over to her teammate, Allison Talbot, who brings it up and crosses the timeline. Slowing it down a bit to set up some offense. Down to Wild, inside to Morgan. She misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Ashley Holden for the Miners. She gets the ball ahead. They'll set up their 3-pointer. Into the paint. The attempt by Kaylin Livingston. No good. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. They try a fast break. Miss the layup. Miners pick up the rebound. Garfield Memorial Hospital, the recipient of the Women's Choice Award of 2018. Serving the Piute County area, wishing all of the team success here in this 1A tournament. And that time the fast break works. They kick it back to number 24, Mindy Morgan, who hits the layup and drops it in. And that brings us to a timeout, a full timeout here as the Piute T-Birds lead the Tintic Miners 22-2 on our scoreboard. 2:31 left in this half. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com.
Junction Town is your ATV destination, located in the middle of the Piute ATV trail system with the beautiful Beaver Mountains to the west and the Monroe Mountains to the east, and world-class trout fishing just minutes away. Wishing the T-Birds success. Marysville Town, your ATV headquarters to the Piute ATV trail system. Marysville Town and their elected officials would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason.
Coming back to action here, second quarter, 2:31 left in the half, 22-2. And this broadcast brought to you in part by the state championship basketball by the South Central Communication, the area's fastest broadband internet. Also brought to you in part by Joe Dalton Auto Body. Does your vehicle need some body work or fresh paint? Joe Dalton can get the job done. Schedule an appointment for your estimate. Joe Dalton Auto Body. Miners across the timeline, setting up their offense. Go out to the right side to Brown. She tries to pass it inside. The pass is errant, and it goes into a tied-up ball. The possession arrow will give Tintic the ball inbounds under their own basket. Coming in for the T-Birds is Roberts. That will set Wild down. 3-point from number 3, no good. Lily Wall, long rebound, goes down to Roberts. Makes a long, long pass ahead to number 23. Is that number 23, Winkle? No, number 22, Talbot. She made the 2-point shot on that long down-court pass. And now it's Tintic's turn. Nice little spin move right down under the basket. And it looks like Kaylee Livingston drops in 2 points for the Miners. 3-point attempt, and it is good for Heidi Jensen. She turns right around, drops in a 3 for the T-Birds to make the lead 27-4 on our scoreboard here late in the second quarter. And a 3-point attempt by number 3, Lily Wall, drops. Starting to get a little offense going for the Miners. Hopefully they can keep it up and make this more of a game. They're going to call that a jump ball. I didn't see that. Number 3, Lily Wall, reached in and held on to the ball, caused a jump ball. Still, it gave it back to the T-Birds, who had it in under their own basket. Able to get it in and drop it down was Ashlyn Talbot. Miners on the attack, whipping it around the horn. On the left side, back to the right side, on the wing, into the corner. Number 3, 3-point attempt, and it is down. That is Lily Wall, her second 3-pointer in the same many attempts. 2 3-pointers for Lily Wall. Now it's the T-Birds on the attack with a half a minute left in the half. 30 seconds. Lead is 19 for the T-Birds. Down inside, that is Roberts with a spin move, laying it off the glass, and another 2 points. Makes it a 21-point game for the T-Birds. Driving into the middle. Into the middle is number 23, Kaylin Livingston. She is fouled hard. Goes down, looks like she might have a little hip pointer as she moving kind of stiffly, but she goes to the line. She'll be shooting 2. The foul is going to go on Roberts, her first foul, the 5th team foul. 5th team foul for the T-Birds, and the first one up and down, and 1 more point on the board for number 23, Kaylin Livingston. Whole bunch of substitutions going in for the T-Birds, but there's only 10 seconds left in the half. This will be Livingston's second attempt. No good, but somebody's going to be called for a pushing foul. 1 for White. That is Jordan Kennedy going after the missed free throw. Number 14, Ashley Holden missed. Bringing in Haley Holden, number 15. Ashley Holden is at the line shooting the free throw. And she missed it off the front end. T-Birds, number 2, Heidi Jensen comes down with it, shoots it way ahead to Talbot, who mishandles the dribble and kicks it out of bounds. 4.3 seconds left in the half, and it's going to be Tintic Miners' ball. They have to go the full court. They're down by 30 points, 20 points, down by 20 points, 31-11. Long, almost a third of a court shot, goes off the backboard, and that's going to do it. This is how it wraps up, 31-11. And we'll find out how all of that happened when we come back with our halftime report. Welcome to South Central, or our halftime report. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. I need to add up some stats. In the meantime, we'll take care of some business. This is Utah High School Sportscasters' presentation of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Check out Neil Danzy Dentistry for all your dentistry needs, from cleaning and crowns to dentures and implants. We offer it all. Check us out at neildanzydds.com. Go Miners!
Nowers Construction, a fully licensed general contractor. Call Kyle Nowers today for all of your construction needs. 435-619-3426. There's nothing quite like getting your prescription filled where the employees know you and you know them. We have the time to help you make informed decisions. Personalization that a mail-order pharmacy can't provide. At Panguitch Drug, we believe that friendly, fast service is most important.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
The Piute County Chamber of Commerce welcomes you to the greatest playground in central Utah. Many recreation opportunities are found with horseback riding, hiking, rock hounding, river rafting, and of course ATVing. Come and enjoy Piute County. Go T-Birds!
We welcome you to the Southern Utah University halftime report. Take a look at how the scoring happened and how things went down. It took a long time for the Tintic Miners to get on the board. In fact, it was 4 minutes into the second quarter before they got any points at all. Not that they didn't take a lot of attempts, but once they got it going, they kind of opened up a little bit and ended up with 11 points in that second quarter alone. 6 of those went to Lily Wall on back-to-back three-pointers. 2 points went down for Marie Brown, and 3 points went down for Kaylin Livingston once they got the lid off their basket. And that's where they stand at halftime. They have 11 points for the Tintic Miners. In the meantime, the Piute T-Birds, they had it going right from the get-go and back and forth, and it was that kind of a game, back and forth. I honestly think there have been more turnovers in this game than there have been points. But the point system broken down for the T-Birds has Ashlyn Talbot with 3 points. Heidi Jensen, I have her for 5. Jordan Kennedy with 5. Vanessa Delgado with 4. Ashley Talbot with 2. Mindy Morgan with 2. The leading scorer in the contest so far is Anna Wild. She had 3 two-pointers in the first quarter, has 6 points, and Emery Roberts has 2 points. That adds up to, I'm missing 2 points there. Anyway, they have 31 points to 11 points, and that's the way the scoreboard looks here at halftime here in this contest. This has been the Southern Utah University Halftime Report, brought to you by SUU. You can check them out at www.suu.edu. SUU to everywhere. Back with second half action in just a couple of minutes.
Piute Farm Bureau would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason. They work for those who work to feed the world. To get involved, contact your local Farm Bureau representative.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Piute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need. request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Shed Inc., located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
Buffering sucks. Stop watching your favorite internet shows 30 seconds at a time. Get super fast 1 gigabyte speed now. South Central Communications is invested in you and building for the future. Get there faster with the best internet experience at a price no one can beat. Upgrade to 1 gig internet and enjoy smooth streaming on every device in your home. Enhance your internet experience today. South Central Communications is delivering the most advanced fiber internet to every home and business.
Here we are at the State 1A Championship playoffs down in Richfield, Utah, as the Tintic Miners and the Piute T-Birds on the ladies' side of play. It's the T-Birds out in front, 31-11. Over in the game that happened in the Sevier Valley Center right before this game, it was a game between Bryce Valley and Milford, and it went into overtime, tied at 40 at the end of regulation. Bryce Valley, the underdog, came out with a 2-point win, 46-44 in that game to advance Bryce Valley into the championship bracket. So big win for Bryce Valley. I'm sure it was an exciting game going into overtime. First shot for the Miners is no good. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. They bring it across the timeline and they try to put it in. Instead, they get fouled. .309 left in third quarter action. Trying to drive in as Lily Wall loses the handle off of it, goes out of bounds. It will be Piute ball on an inbounds play, 38-12 on the scoreboard with 3 minutes left in third quarter action. T-Birds in control of this one. Little 9-footer, no good, off the rim, picked up by Westwood. And the putback, was that Westwood? Westwood Roberts gets that and puts it in. Trying to get it down low, no good. Tipped. It's going to say off the fingertips. No, it's going to call a foul on 45. Emery Roberts must have had a push off. And another foul being called. Number 22, that's Ashley Talbot. Drops in 2 points. That's Ashley Holden. 2 more points. 2 minutes, coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Ashley Talbot missed the layup. Ball goes out of bounds off of Piute. It'll turn the ball over, and the Piute coach has called the timeout. Wants to set up a play. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com.
As a Cedar City native, I was already familiar with the high-quality academics and the beautiful campus of Southern Utah University. I quickly found a second home in the Computer Science and Information Systems program. I graduated with an impressive portfolio right out of school and was able to get a job at Amazon as a cloud support engineer. I enjoy creating something great from nothing other than my imagination, aided by the problem-solving techniques I learned at SUU. I am so grateful for the guidance I received from Southern Utah University.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry. Just let T-Bar fix your car.
Tintic brings it across the timeline. They're trying to set up their offense. Driving the baseline is Kaylin Livingston, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Anna Wild. No, excuse me, 45, Emery Roberts. That's Emery's fourth foul now. So they pull out Emery. Coming in for her is Ashton Winkle, a freshman, as Kaylin Livingston goes to the foul line. First shot is good. Marysvale Town, always the right place to be for summer fun, from ATV access to the Piute ATV trail system, or your stop off for a good trip. Good luck, T-Birds, from Marysvale Town. Second one is good. Livingston taking advantage of those two. Talbot out on point. Tries to get it down into the side, throws it away. It'll go out of bounds to Tintic. Minute 32 left in third quarter action. It is 40-16. And the only thing larger than the score is the amount of turnovers in this game. It has been back and forth. Nice drive. Beautiful little drive by Ashley Holden. Scoops it in for two. Just right down the middle of the lane. Nobody there to stop her. T-Birds now on the attack. They get it down in low, but the pass cannot be handled by Ashley Talbot, and she lets it get away from her. It goes out of bounds and back over to Tintic. So they take Ashley out. And number 10, Carrie Morgan, a freshman. Carrie Morgan goes in for the T-Birds. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Holden trying to back it in, finally kicks it out to Brown. She drives down into the paint and drops it in for two. Marie Brown. That's her fourth point of the game. Ashlyn Talbot drives into the paint, kicks it down low for Westwood. Westwood misses the layup. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. So they're going to set up their offense again. Again, Talbot at the top of the key. Dishes off to Westwood. Westwood drives the paint. Ball stolen away. Taken by the Miners, who couldn't control the fast break. And the turnover goes back to the T-Birds. Gray 20. Foul is going to be on Sydney Garbett. Going to sand Vanessa Delgado. Can't see her. Hair's in the way of her number. She made the first one. No, it's number 12, maybe Westwood. Okay. She made her first one, Westwood did. And missed the second one. Rebounds come down to the Tintic Miners. And trying to go coast to coast is Kaylin Livingston. She gets fouled on the layup. She's going to go to the... No, this is not... They're going to call it before the layup. She just got fouled. Inbound pass goes backcourt. They pick it up backcourt. And that's the end of the third quarter. 41-20 in favor of the Piute T-Birds over the Tintic Miners. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful
powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you show any weakness at all, they're going to find a way to exploit it. You have to keep your game face on all the time. That's the best advice I can give about being a parent. Hang on, guys. Dad's still shooting a commercial. Hey.
Back to fourth quarter action here at the Richfield High School Gymnasium. Part of our broadcast brought to you by Nowers Construction. Give Kyle a call for any of your construction needs, cement, remodels, or framing, ready to tackle your project and ready to root on the T-Birds. Nowers Construction. T-Birds with the ball. Down in the corner, finally driving off the backboard, doesn't fall, and number 23, that's Haley Livingston, picks up the rebound. Fast break opens for the Miners, but they kick it outside, and the shot attempt rims off. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. Oh, nice little, from the front of the rim, it just kind of bounces, and then drops for Winkle. Ashton Winkle with 2 points for the T-Birds. Nice little touch. Brown off the glass, 2 points. Marie Brown with 2 more points for the Miners. 43-22, we're in fourth quarter action. Stolen away. Number 14, Ashley Holden, coast to coast, and she is fouled. She slips and falls down. Helped up by Ashlyn Talbot, but she will be going to the line, and Talbot will get the foul. Her second foul. Penguich Drug, Sam Marshall with Penguich Drug wants to wish all of the teams in the tournament success. And Piute County and their elected officials want to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason. Remember, Piute County for your home for outdoor adventure. The presentation also brought to you by Ruby's Inn, the gateway resort to Bryce Canyon National Park. Ruby's Inn. T-Birds with the ball. Get it down low. Carrie Morgan couldn't quite handle it, but she gets hammered on the arm. She wanted to get it up to the basket, couldn't quite get a handle on it to do that, but gets hit on the arm by number 14, Ashley Holden. Ashley's first. Inbounds pass under the basket to 24, Mindy Morgan, and she puts in a little 6-foot jumper. It's 45-23. 6.5 minutes left in this contest. Another turnover as Vanessa Delgado takes it all the way down, misses it. Westwood puts it back. She has 2 more points. Tintic Miners, a 3-point attempt. On the way, off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes down to the T-Birds. They go ahead on the fast break to Delgado, who drops in the layup. And right back at you, they say. They try and drive in, but the ball is knocked away by number 10, Carrie Morgan, and taken away by the T-Birds. They slow it down a bit across the timeline. Delgado gets it over to Winkle. Back to Delgado, top of the key. Brown knocks it away from Delgado, but she gets her dribble back. T-Birds have the ball. Left corner, back out to the wing, top of the key. This is Westwood with the ball, now over to the right side. Round and round the horn they go as they try and find a hole to get inside. They finally say, now we'll try a 3. Her foot was on the line and it missed. And a foul is called on the rebound. It's going to go against Lily Wall. That is her 4th foul, so they're going to take her out. They also sit down Haley Holden. So Sydney Garbett goes in. Brown is in. Number 5, Chelsea Trombo back in. And 3-point attempt is good by number 22, Ashley Talbot. Gets the 3-pointer to drop. Turnover for the Miners. Give it back to the T-Birds. They inbound it and bring it across the timeline. 4:46 left in the game. 52-23 on the scoreboard in favor of the T-Birds. And called for a travel is Ashley Talbot. State Championship broadcast is brought to you in part by State Bank of Southern Utah. Log on to sbsu.com to find out more. Miners get a ball up. It's off the rim. The rebound comes down to number 10 that's Carrie Morgan for the T-Birds. T-Birds getting it across the timeline. Handled by Talbot. She dishes it off to Morgan. Morgan turns around and gets it back to the top of the key to Westwood. Westwood tries a little drive, and as she's driving in, she's going to get hacked. Going to be a 2-shot foul, and it's going to go against Grimstead. Grimstead with the foul for the Miners. First one up and no good. 30-point lead for the T-Birds, 53-23. Second one is good for Westwood. She has 4 points all in this quarter. She's 2 from 2 from the stripe. Chelsea Trombo with a long shot, no good. Long rebound, finally rounded up by the Miners. Brown brings it back into the forecourt. Over to Garbett. Garbett trying for a 3, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Wall. Wall puts it back up. No good. The ball goes out of bounds. They're going to give it back to the Tintic Miners. They'll retain possession. Inbounds pass goes through the hands of Chelsea Trombo, and they're going to call it over and back. Ref thinks she touched it in the forecourt before she could gain control of it in the backcourt. So, another turnover. As I said, more turnovers in this game than there are points. Seems like there's 2 or 3 turnovers before either team scores. There's another turnover. Another turnover. It's picked up by Livingston. Livingston across the timeline gets it cross court to Brown to the top of the key. 3:10 left in the game. 31-point lead for the T-Birds. And as Livingston goes up for the layup, she is going to get fouled. Hammered on the hand. That'll send her to the line. See who they call the foul on. It's 2-shot. We're going to call that foul on Ashton Winkle, her first. First one is good for Livingston. Piute County Farm Bureau wishes the T-Bird success. They're proud to support farmers throughout the area, putting food on the table for generations. Piute County Farm Bureau. Second one is no good for Livingston. T-Birds with the rebound and on the attack. Punching it around, finally knocked out of bounds by Ashley Holden. T-Birds keep the ball. They'll inbound under their own basket. This basketball game brought to you in part by Quality Inn of Ridgefield. They're your home for the state tournament. Quality Inn. Round the horn, the T-Birds take the ball, looking for a hole into the middle. Miners plugging those holes, almost a turnover. Instead, they roll around on the ground, and number 10, that's Brown. Marie Brown will be called for the foul for the Miners, and it will send, is this Winkle, 23? Again, the hair is in the ray of the numbers. Mindy Morgan, thank you. Mindy Morgan hits the first of two. Security Title Company, when closing on a loan or refinancing that mortgage, remember to request Security Title to be your title company. Travis and Hillary want to wish all of the team success in the tournament. Morgan hits the second one. Tintic across the timeline quickly into the hands of Livingston. Gets it back to Brown, over in the corner to Wall. Wall tries to drive the baseline, instead kicks it back out to Grimstead, and she, on the errant pass, will give the ball away to the T-Birds. Carrie Morgan in the corner. She gets it back out to Morgan. Mindy is tripped on her way to the basket. They are going to send her to the line. Going to call Lily Wall. If this is Lily's fifth. Lily is out of the game. Lily Wall, five fouls, sent her to the foul line, or to the bench for the rest of the game. 1:52 left in the game. And is going to send Mindy Morgan to the line. Our broadcast this evening being brought to you by Garcane Energy, keeping the lights on for over 70 years. Did she make that first one? I think she did. Yes. And the second one. 57-24 with 1:50 left in the game. Little fake stutter step, and no good. The shot no good for Ashley Holden. Rebound down to the T-Birds, trying to get it along. Almost kicks the ball, finally picks it up, gets it down low, and inside to Roberts, who puts it up for two. Long shot. Three-point attempt, no good. Foul on the rebound. Number 23, that's Ashton Winkle, playing for the T-Birds with the foul. She fouled number 23, Kaylin Livingston. So Kaylin will go to the free throw line. She is 4 of 6 from the free throw line, all in this quarter. Misses the first one. Utah State Championship basketball brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. For your real estate at beautiful Bear Lake, work with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com. And being brought to you by Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. You'll find your fun in Logan, Utah. ExploreLogan.com. T-Birds on the attack, down the baseline, into Roberts, fighting for possession, and it will go out of bounds off of Roberts, and another turnover ends up in the hands of the Tintic Miners. Number 11, this is Grimstead. This is Melinda Grimstead, a sophomore, into the game. Now driving is Livingston, kicks it back out to Elizabeth Milne. Elizabeth tries for a layup, but the foul is going to go on number 14. No, number 13. She was called for the offensive foul. So the basket no good. T-Birds take over. Half a minute left. T-Birds high off the glass, no good. Ball comes down and it rolls out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Miners with 16.8 seconds left. 59-24 in favor of the T-Birds on our scoreboard. It's all but over. South Central Communications, for the fastest broadband internet. Give South Central Communications a call and experience the tournaments without the buffer by signing up today. Go to SOCEN.com and find out more. Also brought to you by the town of Circleville. Town of Circleville, your destination for the Piute ATV Trail and newly restored boyhood home of Butch Cassidy. The town of Circleville, and brought to you by Panguitch Zions Bank. Mark Henry, branch manager for all of your banking needs. It is Zions Bank in Panguitch. Well, it's all over. 59-24. 59-24 in favor of the T-Birds. We'll be back and check out our post-game show in just a moment. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscast broad production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.
Bryce Canyon sure is amazing, but don't just stand there at the overlook. Hop on the saddle for a true Wild West experience. Ruby's Inn has the perfect horseback adventure for your family. Whether it's just an hour-and-a-half ride to the canyon rim or a full-day getaway to the very trails used by outlaw Butch Cassidy, we've got rides for first-timers and old-timers. Come visit us in the lobby to plan your adventure or call 866-782-0002. Ruby's Inn, the wonder of the West.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
This is the Ruby's Inn post-game report. A game between the Piute T-Birds defeating the Tintic Miners by a score of 59-24. I do know that I missed a couple of baskets here and there, or maybe a free throw or two, but unofficially, the way I have the scoring, Ashlyn Talbot for the T-Birds scored 4 points in the game, while Heidi Jensen picked up 5 points. It was Cassidy Westwood with 4 points. Leading scorer was Jordan Kennedy, yes, with 11 points. Vanessa Delgado had 6 points. Ashley Talbot had 2 points. No, excuse me, 3 points. Ashton Winkle had 2 points. It was Mindy Morgan with 7 points. 6 points for Anna Wild and for Emery Roberts. 6 points apiece, and 59 total points for the T-Birds. On the other side of the court was the Tintic Miners, and they didn't get anything going until the middle of the second quarter. It was very dismal looking game for the first quarter and a half for the Tintic Miners. Then they started scoring when Lily Wall dropped in 2 3-pointers back to back. She had 6 points on the game. Marie Brown also scoring 6 points. I have 4 points for Ashley Holden, and I have 4 points for Kaylin Livingston. Now, I know that doesn't add up to the 24 points total. I know I missed a couple of points there, but 6 points apiece for Brown and Wall to lead the Tintic Miners. So coming up tomorrow, it will be the Tintic Miners moving into the consolation bracket. They will take on Diamond Ranch at 2:30 in the afternoon here in the Richfield High School. Let's see. I'm looking at this wrong. I always look at these brackets wrong. Tintic. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll figure that all out It's, yeah, we'll catch up. You know, I have a friend who has a different way to keep these other than brackets. Maybe I need to go to his system. Hey, this has been fun. I hope you had fun watching the game, even though there were more turnovers than points. Stay tuned. Coming up, we have the final game of the night. It is going to be Monument Valley against Valley. Ryan Steinekert will have the play-by-play. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscasters production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and on mylocalradio.com.